is a live stream, and I'm gonna do my best to try to get through this video because I'm not feeling well. And yesterday I tried to do it twice and I couldn't do it. So, because it's a lot of explanation in this video. Now, listen, if you haven't seen this video, okay, this one right here, it's the very last video before this one under the live stream section. Make sure you watch that one first. All right. I mean, especially if you're new. Okay, go and watch that one first. And if you are going to watch this video, then then go back and watch that. That one is more important than this one. Okay, but this is like a continuation of that video, just to show you what I left out. Okay, and by the way, if you're hearing voices behind me, it's this crazy old bag next to me. Anyway, I'm probably driving them crazy too from talking all day and night. But anyway, so so I'm gonna do my best to get through this video, okay? And by the way, I'm only joking when I say old bag. It's a joke because I'm an old bag too. Yeah. But anyway, so we're gonna try to get through this video, okay? And like I said, it's a continuation of the information that I didn't show in that last video, okay? Now, if you remember in the last video, oh, and by the way, I know that today is the 108th day of the year because it's a leap year. Usually it would be tomorrow, the 108th day. And the reason I'm bringing that up is Elvis was born on 108. So the 108th day of the year. And today there was an earthquake in Japan. Japan equals 42. Washington's the 42nd state, and Elvis died at the age of 42, right? You know that. So there is a connection, with today's date, I mean, today being the 108th day of the year, Japan having an earthquake. Anyway, all right. So where was I? And so let's get started. Like I said, just be patient and just listen, and you'll understand. Okay. So remember, I told you that Tuesdays, the word Tuesday is really important because it equals 95, 94, and that's my birthday. I was born on 9/4, but it landed on leap year day, so it's 94, 95, right? And today, this year, 6/11, 2024 is on a Tuesday, right? And why am I showing that? Because remember, in the last video, I showed you that Elvis's birthday, Elvis's death date, 9/11, and this year 6/11 is all on a Tuesday. And if you look at all the other connections with everything, they never land on Tuesdays. But for some reason, Elvis's birthday is Tuesday. Elvis's death date is a Tuesday. 9/11 was a Tuesday, and 6/11 this year is going to be a Tuesday. All right. So I'm just telling you that Tuesday has a big link, and that's why it equals 95, 94, which connects to my birthday and all that other stuff. Now, why is 9/5 and 9/4 so important? Because the numbers 9 and 5 are the only twin numbers between 1 and 9. Okay, it's the first twin numbers because 5 equals 9. See, it's the same numbers, 42, 24, 42, 24, 66, 21, 66, 21. You see what I'm saying? And believe me, there's much more, to the numbers than just that. But that's the reason that 9 and 5 is so important, okay, to this puzzle. And that why Tuesday is the reason why it's happening, because Elvis had an identical twin that died at birth. And that's why the Twin Towers fell 66 years after Elvis was born. And the word twin equals 66. Okay? And the word 9 and 5 is the backwards numbers of twin. Twin equals 66, 21, 42, 24. See, 9 and 5, they both equal 42, 24, 66, 21. Just the same numbers, but backwards. See? Same numbers, but backwards. So the 9 and the 5 are the only twin numbers, the first twin numbers, I'm saying. Between 1 and 9 is the first twin numbers. And and you see what I'm saying? It's perfect. All right? Now, so 9 and 5, 5 and 9, you get it? And it just so happens that if you did 95 and 59, you add it up, you get 154. The Antichrist equals 154. Okay? And interestingly enough, um, interestingly enough, the prime numbers of 59 and 95, this is what it equals. Look, it's 776, right? And if you were to uh, subtract 776 from 1000, because it's the reset numbers, you know what I mean? All the zeros. Whenever you get to like 100 or 1000 or 10,000, this is the reset numbers. So, and look, it's the 1776 when America was founded, 1776. Look at that. It's 224. And when we're in the year 224, if you subtract 776 from 1000, see? 776 for the 5995. 59.95, and we're in the year 224, right? And I was going to show this, but I'm going to cancel on that. That's something that's really important, but I'm not going to show it. So remember, we're talking about Tuesdays, right? Tuesday, because Elvis's death was on a Tuesday, Elvis's birth was on a Tuesday, 9/11 was on a Tuesday, and 6/11 this year is going to be on a Tuesday, right? And Tuesday's 95/94, which is my birthday, 9/4, my birthday, but it landed on the 9/5 day. It's all about the 94/95, right? And I'll get to why it's important in a moment. And remember, I told you that twin, it equaled 9 and 5 backwards. The 5 and the 9 is the same as the numbers of twin. And you know what's funny is the birthstone for Tuesday is a ruby, and ruby equals twin. Same numbers. I mean, what's the chance of that? You know, the Tuesday. And you know, I told you about the Tuesday being Tupelo, or like meaning two. You understand? The Tupac. Yeah, I've already shown all the Tupac connection with the Antichrist and all that stuff. Anyway, so I'm just shooting through this as best as I can, folks. I'm not gonna kill myself trying to do this, to get this stuff out there. This is too difficult, man. Anyway, so interestingly enough, if you would have put a crown on 9 and 5 and 9 and 4, because you know that's like my birthday, 9/4, 9/5, and you put a crown on both of them, you look at, you get 216, which is August 4th, and 108, which is Elvis's birthday, 108, and 216. It's like, you know, double 1/8 and 1/8 is 216, right? And you know, August 4th is the 216th day of the year, and June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. That my two predictions, you know. For the people who don't know what I'm talking about, if you're new, do not watch this video. You're not going to understand it, okay? Anyway, uh, so remember what I did here. I put a crown, which is the letter O, on the 9/4, and a crown on the 9/5, right? Now look at this. If you put 9 with the word twin, because remember it's a twin number, it's the backwards numbers of twin, the 9 and the 5. It equals the word twin backwards. And that's why whenever you put a forward number and a backward number together, it's going to equal the same. See? It equals the same forward and backward, because 5's backwards numbers are twin. Twin's backwards numbers is 9. Same thing. Because twin and 5, I mean 9 and 5 equal the same. Okay? And that's why, and it's the backwards numbers of twins, same numbers but backwards. And that's why you get this combination. Whenever that happens, whenever you get the same, that's because there's a forward and a backwards connection in there. All right. Anyway, so let's get. Um, yeah. Speaking, somebody's mentioning the slippers with the Wizard of Oz thing, which I mentioned the last time I tried to do this. The word shoes, shoes, equals the same as the word twin in the first row only, 6621, and shoes equals 6621, and ruby equals 6621. The word twin, the word ruby, and the word shoes equals 6621. you know. Anyway, so let me keep going here. Uh, okay, so we were saying that Tuesday equaled 95, 94. Look, 007, two crowns and a seven. You see? And you know, two crowns look like glasses, you know. And I told you the word glasses equals the word Seattle. Okay, so that's why the two crowns are so important here, you know. And anyway, so 007 equaled 95, 94. Look at this. Uh, uh, O throne, the throne with a crown equals 95, 94. Okay, and so remember I told you that that Elvis equals 67, 22, and his twin who died at birth, Jesse, equals 67, 22, but their backward numbers are not the same. But look at this, Jesse is 67, 95, and look, it equals 162, and June 11th on a leap year is 162, 163 day of the year, 162nd, 163rd day of the year. So that's why this is really important, this number. And look, it's the 95 in the back, you see? And anyway, Elvis and Jesse both equal 67. Notice that, okay? And why am I bringing that up? Because remember, I told you 9/11, from Elvis's birthday to 9/11 was 67.67%. You see? The 247 days. And my birthday is the 247, 248 day of the year. You know what I'm saying? And from Elvis's birthday to 9/11 is 247 days. It would have been, if it was a leap year, it would have been 247, 248. But it's the 247th day because it was not a leap year. But 67.67. You see what I'm saying? And look, it was 66 years, 8 months, 4 days, if you look from the exact date to the exact date. 66 years, 8 months, 4 days. I told you the word twin equals 66, and 8/4 is when Trump gets his head wound. But look, 67.67. I just showed you that Elvis equals 67 and his twin equals 67. Jessie. Jesse. I mean, look. Anyway, so I was showing you the 67, 67, right, with the amount of days, because my birthday's 9/4, and on leap year, it landed on. I was born on leap year, so it landed on 9/5. 9/4 is the 247th day, 248th day on a leap year. Look, right, 67.67, and look what that is, 67.95. You remember I just showed you that Jesse is 67 forward, 95 backwards, you see? And 248 is the 9/5 connection. 248 days on leap year. 9/4 on a leap year is the 248. But look, it's 67.95. And if you add those up together, the percentage, you get 135.62. And the Space Needle is 62 years old right now. I mean, it's going to be 62 on April 21st, the Space Needle in Seattle. And look, 135, if you add up 135 and 62, you get 197. The 45th prime is 197. If you add 135 plus 62. And I told you the 45 is super important to this puzzle. And speaking of the word twin equaling 66, if you were to write the number 66, look, it even has a 9, 4, and a 5 in there. But it's 1 at the beginning, obviously. But it's all connected because look, man, this is incredible, man. You know, I keep forgetting to write certain things. Look, if you add up all the numbers, hold on. So look what you see here. 1 and then, 1 and 9, and then 4, 5, and a crown, right? You see? If you add up all the numbers between 1 through 9, you get 45, which I've mentioned 100 times. That's my birth date, 9/4/5. Do you not understand what I'm showing you? Because Elvis needs the 1/9. I've explained that. That's what that whole 19 crown was about. When Lucifer lost his 19 crown. Okay, I've explained it. I was saying this before the 19 crown sickness came out, man. Why are you guys, who's not understanding this? Anyways, you get 194, you got the 19 and the 45 and a crown for the number 66. And the word twin equals 66. And from Elvis's birthday to 9/11 was 66 years. You know what I'm saying? And the twin towers fell. You understand? Because his twin died at birth. And look, 66 days. Look at how many minutes it is. 95040 minutes. You see that? Look at that. It's even, and look, 666 days even has the 9594. Look at that. 666 days is 959040 minutes. 66 days is 95040. All right. Now, anyone who came in late, just watch from the beginning. And by the way, I'm not even showing all the connections with the connecting to the 9/4 with Elvis. I'm just showing you because the rest of those videos later in the future, hopefully, within the next month or so, I will show again all the connections to my birthday, which you will understand what it's all about. Okay, but this is not about my birthday, folks. It's the number they need. That's what I'm trying to make you understand. All right, it's the numbers connection. Okay. Anyway, so let's keep going here. So look, I'm doing my best, folks, to explain it while being sick here. All right. So Elvis Aaron Presley, his full name. Notice it equals 216. I told you August 4th is the 216th day of the year. June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. But forget about that. Notice what the total is: 459180. Look at that. And I told you Elvis needs the 9. He was born on 1/8, and 1 through 9 equals 45. It's like right in that. It's right in those numbers. But check this out. See the top number says 459. Look at this. The first. These are the 3 numbers, in the first 9 numbers that equal 108. These 3 numbers. Elvis was born on 108, and these 3 numbers, 4, 5, and 9, are the only 3 numbers that equal 108 in the first 9 numbers. You see that? 459, and that was what Elvis Aaron Presley equaled. You see 459. You see how crazy that is? And speaking of the 459. Interestingly enough, if you did the 4th prime and the 5th prime, it adds up to 9, and then you get 18. And remember, Elvis Aaron Presley equals 45918 with a crown. Look at that. 45918. All you need is the crown, you see? And it would be his numbers, 45918. The 0 doesn't have to count. It's like a crown, I told you. And if you added all 3 of the prime numbers, you get 4, 5, and 9, the prime number, you get 18. And then you add up the prime numbers, you get 41. 18 plus 41 equals 59. That's the backwards of 95, which I'm explaining to you. 59 is the backwards of 95. Because the 95 is more important than the 59. Okay, I mean the 95 and the 59 is more important than the 94 because the 95 is the target date more than the 94. And look on our calendar 9/18 would be 9/5, and they say the date backwards in the UK, so it'd be 189 and 59. They can say it. And so 9/18 is actually 9/5 on the old Julian calendar, which we used to be on. And why am I showing the 9/18? Because remember, because of this. I was showing you that the 4th and the 5th prime equals 9 and then 18. You see what I'm saying? Do you get where I'm going with that? Hold on. I gotta take a break, man. I'm feeling good. Are you guys understanding? Is there anyone who's like super confused? Because if you are, that means you didn't watch from the beginning. what I'm trying to tell you is that, look, the 9-4 connection needs to stay in stay in existence. The 9-5 needs to go. Okay, and that's why the 9-4 to the 9-5 connection has to stay, but 9-4 connecting to the 9-3 has to stay. I know you don't get that right now, but uh, uh, because um, because 9-3 touches 9-4. Okay, you understand? But 9-4 touches 9-5. 9-5 is the number they need to get rid of, and that's why I was trying to tell you that um, that the 9-5 is more important than, where was I showing? When I was showing you this, that it equals 59, uh, because the 59 is the backwards of 95. The 9559 is more important, and that's why when I was born, it was a leap year. That's why the 9-4 landed on the 9-5 day. So that's what this whole thing's about. It connecting to the 9-4-9-5, and that's why MLK was killed on the 95th day of the year. But it was 90. But usually it would be the 94th day of the year, and he died on 4-4, but it landed on the 4-5 day. Get it? So it was 4-4-4-5, but it was the 94th, 95th day of the year. So 44-45 or 94-95. That's my birthday. MLK. It's basically connected to me, the assassination of MLK. Okay? It's a ritual. I'm trying to make you understand. It's a ritual for me. That's what I'm trying to make you understand here. I know you don't understand, but it's not me that's the thing. I'm saying that they need those numbers. And 44 plus 45 is 89. Elvis equals 89. I mean, Elvis turned 89 this year, right? And um, and Trump is the 44-45 president, you know. Anyways, so let's move on. Yeah, I'm not really looking at the chat, so I don't know what you guys are talking about right now. Yeah, anyway. So let's keep going. And speaking of the 5-9 and the 9-5, which I was showing, Elvis, I told you, needs the 9, right? And I told you he's born on the 8th day, and he needs the 1-9, the 9 or the 1-9. Look, 8th prime number is 19, 9th prime number is 23, and if you add that up, it's 17 and then 42. The 17th prime is 59. You see, and you get the 59 again. Okay, and this is Seattle, Washington initials. S is the 19th letter, W is the 23rd. Backwards, if you started with Z being number 1, S is 8, W is 4. There's your 8-4. All right. But anyway, because Elvis died at the age of 42, Washington is the 42nd state. That's why. And Ohio's the 17th state, Ohio, and Washington's the 14th state. See what I mean? It's all connected. Anyway, let's keep going. So look at that. You know who created the Space Needle? It was called the Pentagram Corp. Can you believe that? The people who, uh, paid for the Space Needle to be erected was the Pentagram Corp. Look at that. Pentagram equals 95. Just the word pentagram, not the corp. Pentagram equals 95. Do you understand what I'm showing? Just the word pentagram equals 95. Look at that. And this is interesting because I don't go by Yeshua, but I say Jesus, but Yeshua with a crown equals 94, 95. That's interesting. And again, connecting to my birthday, 94, 95. The Vatican turned 95 years old this year on the 42nd day of the year. The Vatican turned 95 years old. When I say the Vatican, that's what it says on Google. I don't know what the hell. Because I know that St. Peter's Basilica or something like that was created back in the 1600s, but the Vatican is only 95 years old. That's what it says. Let me find out, because this doesn't even make any sense. Hold on. How old is the Vatican?
According to City Experiences, as an official city-state, Vatican City has only been around for less than 100 years. It became its own...
Yeah, see, look. It says 95 years, see? So Vatican City is 95 years old. That's what it is. Okay. Vatican City. Anyway, check this out. So Super Bowl 55, and you know the word Satan equals 55, and I told you Elvis was 55 years old in 1990, the year that the Super Bowl number 24 was 55-10, and Satan equals 55-10, and Elvis turned 55 that year in 1990, and it was the 24th Super Bowl, and we're in the year 24, and look, it equals 89. Elvis turned 89 this year. If you add the 24, the 55, and the 10, it equals 89. And we're in the year 24. Satan equals 55-10. Elvis turns 89. Now look, Super Bowl 55, Satan equals 55. The score was 31-9. Look what the amount is. 55 plus 31 plus 9. What is the chance of that? Can you make me understand this? Like, what is the chance of that? Can you please make me understand that? How about impossible? You know? It's just absolutely impossible connections, folks. All right. And look at this. From the 1st of the year to August 4th, it's 216 days. Look at this. It's the 59-18. Look at that. You see? It's 59%. And Elvis was born on 1/8. It's another connection to the 5-9. Look, Dragon equals 59. And on a leap year, August 4th falls on the August 4th falls on the 8-5 day. 8-5 is 59.45. See, this is even better because you have the 45 connection here too. So you have the 1/8 for Elvis's birth and the 45 you see at the end connecting to the 5-9. I hope you guys are understanding this because I can't go into every detail, folks. I'm trying my best. And remember, I told you MLK was killed on 4/4, but it landed on the 4/5 day. From 4/4 to 9/4 is 154 days. And I told you that 95-59 equaled 154. So from MLK's death date to my birthday is 154 days, and to 9/5 is 155 days. And that's exactly from Elvis's birthday to June 11th is 154, 155 days on a regular year. And on a leap year, it's 155, 156. Okay. Anyway, I was just showing how it's connected to the 94-95 from, and you remember 4/4 is the 94-95 day of the year. See, 4/4 is the 94th day on a leap year is 95, and MLK was killed on it on a leap year. And you know the Space Needle equals 8944. Look at this. The square root of 8944 is 94.5, and 8945 is 94.5 something. You know, I didn't add all the other numbers, but 94.5 something, 94.5 something. You know what I mean? Because what's in between 89 and 44 is 45. That's why I put the 45 there. But the Space Needle itself equals 89 and then reduced 44. But what's in between 89 and 44 is 45. And again, connecting to the 945. Man, do you understand what I'm showing? Okay? And remember, I told you Elvis needs the 9. 1 through 9 equals 45. He needs the 19 crown. I told you that. Okay? Elvis is born on 1/8, he needs the 1-9. And you know, 18 plus 19 equals 37, which is the EL connection, because 3 and 7 looks like the letters EL. EL means God in Hebrew. Okay. So remember what I was telling you about my birthday. I was born on 9/4, and I just told you 1 through 9 equals 45. Now look, the September month chart, the first time you see September is the 9th month. 12 months later, it would be 21st month. 12 months later, it would be the 33rd month. 12 months later, it would be the 45th month. Look at that. My birthday's 9/4, and I told you 1 through 9 equals 45. And look where it lands on my birthday. 9/4, the 45. You see? And what if you add all that up? It's 108. Elvis is born on 1/8. 108. Look. Now, if you go to 9/5, which is the key here, it has to hit the 9/5 connection. Not only do you have the 45 connection this way, 4 and 5, with 9 and 4 and 9 and 5, and also the 45 here, you have you add all this up, you get 165. That's Trump's birthday. 6/14 is the 165th day of the year. You see that? So from Elvis's birthday to Trump's birthday, basically, you know, and that's everything is connected to my birthday because I was born on a leap year. I was born on 9/4, but it lands on the 9/5 day. Okay. Are you understanding what I'm showing you here? And you know, MLK was killed on 4/4, but it landed on the 4/5 day. MLK was killed on the 4/4 day, but it landed on the 4/5 day. And what number day of the year is 4/4? It's the 94th, 95th day of the year on a leap year. Are you understanding what I'm showing you? Before I move on, did you guys understand what I just showed you? Did you see how I connected it to the MLK? Are you understanding what I showed? And this is nothing. Wait till you see what I'm really going to be showing. This is just miscellaneous info. Wait till you see the real info that I'm going to be putting out. So remember I told you that Trump was born on 6/14, the 165th day of the year. If you go from the first of the year to Trump's birthday, 6/14, if you don't add the day, it's 164. If you add the day, it's 165. But on a leap year, it would be the 165th day if you don't add the day, and the 166th day if you add the day. So the three numbers that you see here are the 164, the 165, and the 166 equals 495. You see that? 4, 9, and 5. You remember all the 495s I showed earlier with this? Elvis, you know, Aaron Presley equaling 459, and I told you that 4, 5, and 9 are the only three numbers, the first three numbers that have the 108 total, you know, and Elvis is born on 108, right? And I told you 5 and 9 are twin numbers connected to the word twin also, you know. And man, I told you, you can't, it's so over the top, the information, that you can't even make sense of it. And you know that 9/5, and you know 9/5, the date 9/5, on a leap year is the 248th, 249th day. Are you listening? 9/5 on a leap year is 248, 249. And why is this important? Because, hold on. Because, let me write it a little bit better, that way you can see it here. Hold on. So 9/5 is the 248, 249, right? And you know, Elvis, in the year, this year, the 24th year, he turned 89. And it just so happens the 24th prime number is 89. Elvis turned 89 in the year 24 this year. And look, 9/5 is the 248, 249. So it's 2/4 with the 8, 9. 24th prime is 89. Elvis turned 89 this year. 2, 4, 8, 9. 248, 249. And remember, I told you it's all about the 9/5. How old would MLK be right now? He just turned, if he was alive, MLK would be 95 years old right now. Are you understanding? He's 95 years old right now, MLK. Okay? Are you understanding what I'm telling you? And you remember what I showed you earlier with that, where is that stupid? Remember what I showed you with the Super Bowl? MLK's 95, Elvis is 89 with the Super Bowl connections, remember? You see what I'm saying? It never ends, the connections, because it's perfectly scripted, okay? Every single thing had to be perfect, okay? I told you he was killed on the 94-95 day of the year, MLK. It's all about the 94-95, it's all about the 4445, and it all connects to me because I was born on the 94-95, you know? Anyway, so speaking of the 95, which is the more important number of the two, that has to be taken out. I told you the 95 is the backwards 59, right? And look, from the first of the year to 6-7, and remember Elvis equaled 67. And 67 is the first number that equals 162, which is June 11th, the 162nd day of the year, on a regular year, not a leap year. But Elvis equals 67, remember? So from Elvis's birthday to 6-7 equals, look at that. If you went forward 5,995 days, land on 6-7. Now, if you went from MLK's birth date, 115, it lands on 6-14, which is Trump's birthday, the 5995. And I just explained to you the 59, the 59 is the 95 backwards. And the numbers, same numbers, and it's the twin numbers. 5 and 9 equal the exact same in gematria, 5 and 9. And look, it's 16 years, 5 months. 16 years, 5 months. The 165th day of the year is June 14th, Trump's birthday. Look at that, 197 months total. 197. The 45th prime number is 197. Trump was the 45th president, you see? So the Trump birthday connection is 165. The 45th prime 197, and of course this I could show you all kinds of stuff. Elvis died in the 16th state, Washington's the 42nd state, and it's been 47 years since Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown in 1977, and Seattle Slew won it on June 11th, the same year Elvis died in 77. Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown that year in horse racing, which is known as the Sport of Kings. And Elvis was known as the King. Seattle's in King County. MLK was known as the King. MLK is now named after Seattle's King County. And MLK was killed in Memphis, Tennessee, where Elvis lived and died. So MLK, the King, was killed in where the King lived. Elvis lived. Elvis is known as the King. MLK is now named after King County, where Seattle is. Seattle's in King County, named after MLK now. What do you think they're going to do to that place, folks? He just turned 95 years old, man. Are you not understanding what I'm telling you, man? You guys don't understand. It's impossible, these coincidences, man. You understand? Elvis died at the age of 42. He died in the 16th state on the 16th day. MLK died in Memphis, Tennessee, where Elvis lived and died. It's been 47 years. Elvis died at age 42, you know what I mean? Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown 42 years after Elvis was born. Then 47 years later, from the day that Elvis, the year Elvis died, and from the day Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown, from that day to this year's 47 years. So you have all this stuff in there, And in between Elvis's birthday and June 11th, on a regular year, if you add the day, it's 155 days. Between Elvis' birthday and June 11th, on a regular year, is 155 days when you add the day, that percentage is 42.47. See what I mean? 42.47. It's in there also in this number. I'm just showing you, because I was showing you the 5995. That's what this whole thing was about right there. See, I can't I'm just showing you miscellaneous info. See how complicated and convoluted it is? All right. Now, you remember I was showing you the 9589 stuff? Because uh, Elvis turned 89 this year and MLK turned 95, right? 9589. And I told you the Super Bowl was 9589, the connections, earlier. If you got in late, you're not going to understand. But look at this Elvis's backwards date. Okay, how do you know what a backwards date is? Because you take whatever date you use, whatever amount of days is left in the year, that's what its backwards date is. So Elvis is born on the 8th day of the year. His backwards date would be the 357th, because 8 plus 357 is 365, which makes 1 year. So Elvis being born on the 8th day of the year means that 1223 would be its backwards date, because it's the 300 and 57th day of the year, 1223. So Elvis's backwards birthday is 1223. And look, from Elvis's birthday to 1223 is 350 days. Look at the percentage. 95.89. And this is the only one that can do this in the backwards date. 95.89. This is the only date that can have that, because it's either going to be more or less on its backwards dates. Whichever date you pick, the percentage is either going to be more or less, because it's going to, the amount of days goes higher or lower. Do you understand what I'm showing you? Do you understand how ridiculous that is? Okay, anyway. And you know that Elvis was born. Uh, Elvis was born in 1935, and this year is 2024. Look at this. For the people who don't know, I told you that the O is a crown, right? But the W is also a crown too. Like, that's why Washington has that W. It looks like a crown, the W. And and that's why George Bush was the 9/11 president, because his name was W. George W. Bush. You know what I mean? And Bush equals June. I told you that. The next 9/11 is in June on 6/11. Same like numbers. 6/11, 9/11 upside down. But anyway, so the W is a crown, right? So look, Elvis's birth year, 1935. This year's 2024. Look what it adds up to: 3959. I told you the 3 looks like a W and turns sideways. The W is the 3. What do you have left? 959. The 9559. You see it? 9559. Again, perfect puzzle. And again, let's do that again. I told you the 9495, my birthday connection is 94 times 95. 94 times 95 equals 8930. If you make the W the 3, the crown, you get 890. You add 666 plus 224, which is this year, 2024, 224, is 890. See? The 89 with a 89 with a crown. 890 with a crown. 666, 224. You see what I'm saying, or you don't get it? And also, I keep telling you guys that it has to happen in between the 24, 25, because it's the reset. 25 is the reset, but 24 is also a reset, right? And we're in between the years 24 and 25, and the prime numbers. The 24th prime is 89. The 25th prime is 97. We're in between that. The 9495 comes in between. The prime numbers. You get what I'm saying? the 94, 95 come in between 89 and 97. So that's another reason why it has to happen in between the 24 and 25. All right. Don't pay attention. Look, some of the stuff I'm, you know, and I told you that. Remember, I told you that 9-5 on a leap year is 248, 249 to 2489. Get it? 24th prime is 89. Elvis turned 89 this year and 24. Look, you understand what I'm showing. You know what I'm saying? I explained it. 24th prime is 89. Elvis turned 89 this year, 24th year. 20489, 2489. 9-5 is at 248 and 249. 2489. And now, you know that Elvis, he died on 8/16. Elvis, okay? And 24 years later, 9/11 happened. And remember, he died at the age of 42. And remember what I showed you at the very beginning. Pay attention. Pay attention. Elvis died at the age of 42. 24 years later was 9/11. Okay? From Elvis's birthday, the exact day he was born to the exact day 9/11 fell, the Twin Towers fell, it was 66 years in the year 2001. 66 years after Elvis was born. He was 42 years old when he died, Elvis. 24 years later, 9/11 happened. And 66 years is when the towers fell. Are you understanding what I'm showing? And I told you the word twin, is the backwards of what I just showed you. Where's the stupid card? I told you the word twin is what I just showed with the 9 and the 5 and the 9. You see what I'm saying? I was just trying to, before I show you what I was going to show you next, because remember, Elvis's death connected to the 9/11, right? And remember, I showed you in that one video that if you add up all of Elvis's if you add up Elvis's birth date, 8 plus 6, I mean his death date, 8 plus 16 plus 1977, it equals 2001. You see that? You see? And I told you, I just explained to you all the connections with it, right? With the word twin. Elvis had a twin that died at birth, and the Twin Towers fell 66 years after Elvis was born in the year 2001. 2-1, get it? And Elvis was 42 years old when he died, and 24 years later, the towers fell. You see? And I told you that it equals 9 and 5, 5 and 9, you know? 5 and 9 equal the word twin, but backwards. 9-5. And the reason I'm bringing up the 9-5 again, because remember I told you Elvis died on 8/16. 8 plus 16 is 24. So in between 8 and 24 is the 16. 8 plus 16 is 24. Why am I showing that? Because if you took all the prime numbers and added it up between 8 through 24, it equals 905. All the prime numbers between 8 and 24 is 905. And in between 8 and 24 is 16, get it? You know what I'm saying? Again, I thought that was interesting. The prime numbers, not just regular numbers. Okay? And by the way, I told you that the word twin equals 6621, and I told you it was 66 years after Elvis was born when the Twin Towers fell, and the 21 is like 2001, but without the 2 crowns. And then I showed you that 8 plus 16 plus 1977 equals 2001. And just look at this. So the word twin, right, is 6621. If you add up all the numbers between 21, just not prime numbers, just regular numbers. If you add up every regular number, between 21 through 66, guess how much it equals? Look at that. 21 through 66 equals 2001. You see that? The word twin, 6621. I just told you, look. See, twin equals 6621. And it was 66 years after Elvis was born, 2001, that the towers fell. And Elvis had an identical twin that died at birth. That's why the twin towers had to fall. And one was resurrected, Get it? Anyway, so let's keep going. Interestingly enough, I told you Washington's going to get a head wound, Washington State. It's going to get the bite of the apple is going to be taken out because it's the Apple State, Washington, just like the Apple logo, and connecting to the Garden of Eden, the fruit of the tree. And the word head wound equals 95. The plague equals the exact same as the word head wound. Anyway, head wound equals 95. Well, I told you that throne with a crown equals 95, 94, which is the connections to my birthday. And look, Drumpf, that was Trump's original name, I heard. Drumpf. Drumpf equals the word throne. Exactly. And it's the backwards numbers of the word portal. So portal is the backwards of the word throne. And the backwards of Drumpf. But throne equals the exact same as Drumpf. Throne equals Trump. Which they say is Donald Trump. So Donald Trump's name is DD. If that's his real name, DD. DD. That's what we should be calling him, DD. What happened here? I'm missing something here. I don't know what I did. Anyway, I still have more to show, folks. I'm just going to take my time to do this, get this video over with. And what's crazy is I might be deleting this video. So I'm doing all this for nothing. When I say nothing, I'm doing it for you guys. That way you can see what I know. Because I might end up deleting this video. And remember I told you that the 12th prime number equals 37. And 37 is the EL connection because 3 and 7 and 7 and 3 look like the letters EL, which means God in Hebrew. That's why the 12th is so important, right? The 12th equals 37, which is the EL connection. Look at this. The word 12th equals 94, 95. 12th. Anyway. And another connection to and I told you that Elvis, when he was 24 years old, was in the year 59. So you have that 5-9 connection. And look, you have 9-4, which is kind of like the back, 9-5 is, 5-9 is like the backwards 9-5. So you'd have 9-4 and 9-5 because look, he turned 59 in 94. See, it's the 9-5, 9-4 connection. And 24 with the 59 and 20. And guess, I'm 59 years old right now, but I'll be 60 in September. But the two predictions happen while I'm still 59 in the year 24. And Elvis turned 24 in the year 59. And we're in the year 24 right now. And it's connecting to the 9-5, 9-4 connections. You know what I mean? He turned 59 in 94. And what else? Okay, how about this? 666 days. This is 665, is 95 weeks exactly. 666 days is 95 weeks, 1 day. So you have the 9-5 and the 1. But 95, it's the 95 connection, see? With the 666. And look, June 11th is the 162nd day on a regular year, not a leap year, is 953, see? That's the 95 with a crown. The W is the crown, the 95. See how perfect that is? That's the 162nd day of the year. 95 with a crown. June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. See what I'm saying? Listen, don't pay attention to all this. This is just me thinking out loud, you know. Anyway, also, remember I told you that 918 is 95 on the Julian look on our calendar. 918 would be 95 on the Julian calendar, and the reason I'm bringing that up is because uh, if you add up 95 and 918, it's 1823 and 666 days. The percentage is in between 182 and 183. So I'm just saying, because 1823, get it? 182, 183. It's in between the 666 days. I mean, look, folks, I'm just showing you all the connections. You don't have to take all of them, and make it something. You just take out the best parts, and. But anyway, so here's the last stack. This still could take another 15, 20 minutes, but it's really good. I left like some of the good ones for last. Man, I gotta get through this. Can't do. I'm not gonna do another video today. Anyway, God bless everyone in the chat. Yeah, God bless you. Okay, so let me keep going. So Washington was founded on 11/11, 1889. I told you Elvis needs the 9, and he turns 89 this year. You see what I'm saying? Just like earlier when I was showing you that 8-9 connection with the prime numbers 8 and 9. I forgot to mention that Elvis turned 89 that, in that particular card. But anyway, so it was founded, Washington State was founded on 11/11, 1889. And do you know that in 1989, not 1989 now, remember, it was founded in 1889. 1989, there was a prank on April Fool's Day that the Space Needle collapsed. Okay? King 5 News did breaking news on some show, some comedy show, but it went breaking news. Oh, breaking news, and it was so real, except for when they talked to one of the people. But if you listen to the newscaster, you would think 100% it was real. They even showed images of the Space Needle down. They said, today at this time, the Space Needle collapsed. What kind of joke is that? What kind of joke? And what kind of news people would think that this is funny? Imagine if you had a family and it was a big deal. People said that people got seriously angry about that. What I'm trying to say is that there's no way possible that they would actually do something like that unless the higher powers are involved in that. Okay, there's no possible way. Now, so knowing that on April 1st, 1989, that they Seattle 5 News, King News, get it? Because it's in King County, said the Space Needle fell on April Fool's Day, 1989. Now, if you went from Washington's founding date, look at that, to the Space Needle collapse prank, from the founding date to the Space Needle, look at that, 99 years, 4 months, 21 or 22 days. And by the way, Space Needle was open on 4/21. Forget about that right now. 9994. Look at that. It's got the 94 connection. And look at the percentage. 9495. Get it? 9945. 9945. Again, connecting to 94 and 95. And that was the Space Needle prank in 89. And Elvis turns 89. And I told you Elvis needs the 19. Look. 18, 19, 89, 89. And now Elvis is 89 in the year 24. Okay? Man, this is ridiculous, man. Do you not understand how ridiculous this is? And you know it's all about Washington. Look, Washington's birthdays, he has two birthdays. They changed it from 211 to 222. Look, the 211, there was his original birthday is the 42nd day. They changed it to the 53rd day, 222. Add it up, you get 95. There's your 95 again. Forget all about the other stuff. But look, I didn't do a new card. That's why I was being lazy. This is just chicken scratch, all the other stuff. But look, 42 and 23 is 95. And it's connected to Washington, you see? And if you still think that's a coincidence, he died on 12/14, Washington. That was his death date. Look at the percentage of 12/14 from the first of the year. 95. You see? It's the 95 again. Like, what is the chances of all this? You know what I mean? It's that 95 again. And look, if you take the 3 out, it'd be 954 with a crown. The 3 is the crown, 954. You know what? And now I got to show this to you. I just realized I forgot all about this. 11/11, Washington's founding date, folks. Pay attention, because I've shown this before. I gotta think. Is Let me think here. I'm doing this all by memory. Look at this. So Washington's founding date is 11/11. Look at this. From the first of the year to 11/11, if you don't add the days, 314 days. If you add the days, 315 days. Leap year is 316 days. 945 is the total. See? Remember, I showed this before. That's why I know I can remember that. Look at that. 945 again. And so that means when you see this, that's what I was trying to say, that when his death date is the 95.34%, this is a regular year, 95.34. On a leap year is 95.36. But look, 9534 is 954 with a crown, the 3. You see what I'm saying? So again, a big connection. Listen, folks, I've done so many videos that it's impossible for me to remember it all, but go back and you'll see my 949 connections to my birthday. It's all connected to Elvis, every single thing, and to this puzzle. But anyway, so let's keep going with the Washington connection. George Washington became a master mason on August 4th, 1753. And I told you Trump's going to get his head wound on August 4th. Okay? And it was August 4th, 1753. And from that day to 9/11, look, and look at this. It's 248 years, 1 month, 8 days. Now, why is this important? Because look, Elvis is born on 1/8, and look, 9/5 is the 248th day of the year on a regular year. 9/4 on a leap year is 248th day of the year. So it connects to the 9/4 and the 9/5. Look, 248 years from the 1753. You see? And if you go from the Gregorian calendar's end, I believe it was 247 years. Not the end, the ending date of the not the Gregorian, of the Julian calendar, because it ended. There was 11 days missing in September. 9/11. Get it? September's the 9th month. They took out 11 days in the month of September. Listen. Were 11 days taken out of September in 1752? You piece of...
According to the Connecticut State Library LibGuides, the beginning of the legal new year was moved from March 25th to January 1st. Finally, 11 days were dropped from the month of September 1752.
See? That was the Julian calendar, and they switched it to the Gregorian, and the first time the Gregorian was used the first new year, in the sense, was January 1753. But 11 days went missing in 1752, so it went from 9/2 to 9/13 or 9/14. I can't remember what days were missing, but I think it was 9. Anyway, 9/2 was the last day of the calendar of the Julian. So if you go from 9/2, 1752, okay, now why am I showing this? Because that was the last time, that was the end of that Julian calendar, basically. If you go to 9/11, because I just showed you from 1753 to 9/11 was 248, which connects to the 9/5. Now I'm trying to connect it to the 9/4. Well, I mean the 248. It connects to 9/4 also, because on 9/4 on a leap year is 248 day. But I'm trying to connect it to the 247 also, which is 9/4. Look. Oh no, it actually goes further. Sorry, I'm with the opposite way. It's 248, 249. It doesn't hit the 247, but this one does. This year hits the 247, 248, and I'll show you how. But look at this. If you go from that end date of the calendar, what I was telling, oh, you can't even see it, but look at the amount of days now. 90944. Look at that. You know, but it's 249 years. Okay. Anyway, so pay attention. So it's 248, 249 years, right? Which is 9/5. 9/5 is a 248, 249 day of the year, from the beginning of the Julian calendar. I mean, the end of the Julian calendar to the beginning of the Gregorian. To 9/11 was 248, 249. But listen, here, hold on. Let me just show you something. Let's go to 9/11 in the first full year of 1753. Yeah, that was, 248. Anyway, so 248, 249, which is 9/5, right? And now America was founded in 1776, and right now America is 247, and it's going to be 248 in July, but after my June 11th prediction. See, do you understand? So it's connected to the 247, 248, which is the 9495. 94 lands on 95's day on a leap year, 247, 248 day. And America is 247, 248, right? And so you see what I'm saying? So it connected to the 9/11 with the Julian calendar connecting and the Gregorian start, and now it connects to the 247, 248 with the America's age. Okay? And look, and you remember the stupid eclipse that happened on 4/8, which I already showed this last time in that eclipse video. Look, America was founded, I told you, and it's now 247 years old, and it's going to be 248 on July 4th. But look, eclipse day on 4/8, which is the 8/4 backwards, like they say in the UK. Look, that's my birthday again. I was born on 9/4, and it landed on the 9/5 day, and look, 247 years. The 247th day of the year is 9/4. On leap years, it lands on the 9/5. Look, 9 months, 4 days, or 9 months, 5 days. 247 years, 9 months, 4 days, or 9 months, 5 days. And look at the amount of days again. You see? You think if you think this is just a joke, folks, you've lost your mind. We're talking about life and death that's about to happen, and nobody's taking it seriously. Nobody. Not even, you know what? 90% of you guys aren't even taking it seriously. Like, people are still in Washington. They're not leaving. You know, you're waiting till the last minute to leave. I don't know what you're doing. This is no joke, man. Okay. Now, from America's founding date to 6/11 this year is 247 years, 11 months, 8 days, and and the percentage has a 248 in it. But listen, I'm not going to get into all that. But look, it has the 905 connection, the amount of days. Because remember, this was to the, where is it? It doesn't matter anyway, but it's got the 905 connection. That's what I was trying to show, to 611 from America's birth. But it's the 247 that's important because that's 94, 247 day of the year. And that's how many days, was in between Elvis's birthday and 9/11. 247 days. You understand? Because 6/11 is the next 9/11, folks. I'm trying to make you understand that. All right? Where am I? And look, if you went back 2,000 years, it started from the calendar being 0. It doesn't let you start at 0. It starts at 1 year, like the very first year. Look what you get. From the first time that, like 1/1 in the year 1 to this year, 2024, 6/11, look, it's 7/3, which is the EL connection, 7 and 3. Looks like letters EL. EL means God. Look at the number, 9 and 5 with 2 crowns. 905 or 95 with 2 crowns. You see? And again, look, it's my birthday connection, 247, 9.45. My birthday is 945 and 247th day of the year. And there's 2 of them, see? It's like saying 2. But anyway, why am I showing that? Because look, notice it's the 9050 with the EL 9050. Look at this. We're in the year 24, right? And look at this. I know you're going to think, what the hell am I showing this for? Wait. So if you went forward from the first of the year, 9,050 days, because I was showing you this because it's the EL 9050. It's the 739050. If you just use 9050, because we're trying to get to this 95 connection, it lands on 1011. And why am I showing this? You'll see in a moment. First of all, it's 24 years. We're in the year 24, and it's got the 911 connection. 9 months, 11 days is 1011. And by the way, Trump's dad was born on 1011. And from 1011 to August 4th, I don't know what I'm thinking. I don't remember now. My brain's not working. Forget it. But anyway, from 1011, from 1011 to Trump's birthday, because 1011 is Trump's dad's day. From 1011 to Trump's birthday, I believe is 8 months, 4 days, 8 months, 5 days. You just got, depending on what year you get it on. So it connects from his dad's birthday to Trump's birthday being 8 months, 4 days, 8 months, 5 days. But look, it's got the 24, the 9, and the 11. And look at the amount, 247,945. There's my birthday again, and I told you 945 is the 247th day of the year, 94. And I was born on the leap year, so it connects to the 248 also. Now, why am I showing that? Remember the 1011? See, why is 1011 connected to this? Watch, you'll see. Because the 1011 connected to the 9050, right? Look. I told you how important the EL is. EL means God, and the VI means 6, and the S means more than 1, so it's L6's Elvis. Elvis's name is the God of 6s. 66, 666, whatever you want. But anyway, so the EL is what's important. L means God in Hebrew. Look, E is the 5th letter, L is the 12th letter. So if you went 512, 512, get it? 512, you just add them together. Not add them, but put them together, 512. And you use the 95th prime is 499, you get 1011. And remember, I just was showing you the 1011 here, right? With this equation connecting to the 9050. And the 95th prime is 499. Added up with the EL, you get 1011, right? And if you still think that's a coincidence, it goes full circle. The 1011 prime, the 1011th prime, is 8039. If you add the 1011, you get 9050. You see that? Okay. And why am I showing this? Like, what was the point of all this? Because of this 1011. 1011, 10 hours and 11 minutes is 611 minutes. I mean, 10 hours and 11 minutes is 611 minutes. 1011. You see? Are you understanding that? Did you get that? Did you get that? I want to make sure you guys got that because I'm going to show you one more last thing. From Elvis's birthday to 1011 is 9 months, 4 days. You see? From Elvis's birthday to 1011 is 9 months, 4 days. Now, do you understand? All right. Did you get that or not? I just got to make sure you guys got that. Yeah, I don't see. Hold on. Yeah, I don't see any comments. Are you guys asleep or something? Are you guys sleeping or what? Anyway, like I said, from Elvis's birthday, where is it? I can't even see it. You can't even see it. January 8th to October 11th is 9 months, 4 days down here. Let me just make it bigger here. See, 9 months, 4 days. All right, so that was that, right? I'm almost done. I only got 10 more cards or 12 more cards. Yeah, I've done all that. You've seen my video, right? I did that video that you're talking about the Beirut bombing. I did that video. For all the people who didn't see it, that's a must-watch video, all the connections. It all connects to the presidents. Oh, you saw it, right? Okay. I just want to make sure you saw it. It's this video right here. It's this one right here. It's under the live stream section. All the connections to the presidents. Yeah. Anyway, okay, so let me finish this video. I'm almost done. All right, here we go. I'm almost done here. All right, so Space Needle, its phone number is the area code's 206, but look, it's 905 it starts with. Like, what's the chance of that? You know, that it starts with 905. Why? I'm just asking why. Out of all the numbers it could have been, why did it have to be 905? You know that Seattle equals 82. Seattle equals 82. Elvis with a crown equals 82. 82nd square root of 82 is 9.05. You see that? Elvis with a crown, the letter O, equals 82. Yeah. See what I mean? I mean, if you think these are coincidences, you're just nuts. And you remember I told you that Elvis died in the year 77. Check this out. Elvis was born on 1/8, right? And he had a twin on that day that was born 1/8. I told you 1818 equals 216. If you say the date backwards, 8181, it's 16/2. That's June 11th and August 4th. 216, 162nd day and 216th days, August 4th and June 11th. Look, 1818, the twin numbers, right? 59 plus 18 is 77. The 59, get it? 77 plus 18 is 95. So look, you get the 59 and the 95 connecting to the 1818, connecting to the 7777. Elvis's death date, too. You see what I'm saying? I mean, the death year, 77. And I told you 77 plus 77 equals 154. 59 plus 95 equals 154. 18 plus 18 equals 36. 1 through 36 is 666. The Antichrist equals 154. 77 plus 77 equals 154. See what I'm saying? Are you guys grasping what I'm showing? Are you grasping it? All right. And speaking of remember I was telling you that 18 and 18 is 36. That's exactly what's happening here, because what's in between 95 and 59 is 36. You know what I mean? And 1 through 36 equals 666, like I said. You know what I mean? And if you add up all the numbers between 1 through 8, because Elvis was born on 1/8, it equals 36. See what I mean? It's all connected, folks. It's connected to the 36. You know? Okay, now, I told you June 11th on a regular year is the 162nd day of the year. On a leap year, it's the 163rd day. Now, the first number when you put into the gematria calculator, like let's say you put the number 10 and then you put a crown on it, the first number with a crown, which is the letter O, so the first number when put into the gematria calculator, when you put a crown on it, that equals 162, because June 11th is the 162nd day of the year, and on leap year is 163, right? The first number with a crown on it, okay, is 94. When you put a crown on the 94, this is what you get, 162 and then 63. That's June 11th, the 162nd, 163rd day of the year, you see? The crown on the 94. That's my birthday, I told you, and it landed on the 9/5 day because it's a leap year connection, because leap year, June 11th is 162, 163, you see? And I was born on leap year 9/4. 9/4 with a crown, get it? And, and I told you that if you saw, I told you this is a crown on the 95. So if you saw 953 or 359, that would connect to the 95 with a crown. So 953 would be 3 with the, the crown on the 95, or 359 would be the crown on the 59. Get it? Now, why am I showing that? Because remember I told you guys that Christmas Day is really important. I told you guys that. There's a reason why God was set to be born on Christmas Day, right? It's more than just what I'm about to show you. So what is the 359th day of the year on a regular year, not a leap year? 359th day of the year is 1225. 360 on a leap year, okay? Because 360 is the connection to the reset, okay? I'm not going to get into it here, but so anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that that the W is the crown. I mean, the 3 is the W, which is the crown on the 95, 953. Check out 953. The 162nd prime number is 953. See? There's your the crown on the 95, which I explained, right? Now watch this. From the first of the year to 611, if you don't add the days, 161. If you add the days, 162. On a leap year, it's 163. You add it up all together, it's 486. Okay, 486. The 486 prime is 3467. The 486 prime is 3467. You add the 486 to the 3467, you get 3953. Are you looking at what I'm showing you? Crown on the 95 and a crown on two crowns basically. One for each, get it? A crown for the 9, crown for the 5. The double crown on the 95. Did you see what I just showed? Are you understanding what I'm showing? It's the double crown on the 95. I give up, man. It's like, are you guys even listening? Is there anyone here? I mean, I've never seen, like, I'm not kidding with you. Like somebody will just show one little connection and people will be like amazed. The stupidest connections. And then I'm showing like biblical prophecy and you guys have no reactions whatsoever. It's amazing to me. You know, like I said, I have the most lukewarm people on my channel. I've never seen anything. There's only one or two of you who are really really enthusiastic about it. But anyway, whatever. You guys, like I said, when after these predictions happen, then you're gonna be like all excited, but it's gonna be too late. By then, nobody's gonna take it seriously till after it happens. Yeah, I know. Okay, I believe you. Well, anyway, let's go back to what I was saying. So remember, I told you about the 59 with a crown or the 95 with a crown. Look, check this out. Remember, I was telling you about the 59 or the 95 with a crown. Look at this. The 777th prime is 5903. And you'll see why I'm showing you this in a moment. Look, the W is the crown, the 3. 590, right? The O is a crown too. But look, it's the double crown again. 5903. Because the 0 is a crown, the 3 is a crown. 59. Anyway, it connects to the 777, the triple crown. Okay, now why am I showing that? Because look, remember 5903 was the 777th prime? Look at that, 5,903 days. Look, Washington was founded on 11/11. If you went forward 5,903 days, it would land on 1/8, which is Elvis's birthday. From Elvis's birthday, 5,903 days lands on 3/7, which is the EL connection, right? And just for the hell of it, I'll tell you what this means. But just for the heck of it, excuse me. And 15 is the crown, the O, and the 26 is God's. God equals 26. So it's O God, basically. Okay? Anyway, so it's God with a crown, 15 and 26. But forget about that. So 5,903 days connects to the 777th prime, which is 5903, which connects to the crown, right? Now look, 5,903 days is 16 years, 2 months. Look at that. 162. June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. You see? You see what I'm saying? And look, Elvis was born on 108. Look at that. 593. The 108th prime is 593. You see what I'm talking about? I just showed you that 5903 is 16 years, 2 months, the 162 connection, connecting to what I was showing you. And the 777th prime is 5903. This is 593, 108th. Elvis was born on 108, 59. And by the way, today's on a leap year. It's the 108th day today because it's a leap year. Usually it'd be tomorrow. But anyway, you see what I'm saying? It's the crown on the 59. And guess who's 59 years old right now? Me. I'm 59 right now, but I'll be 60 in September. Okay? And if you still think that's a coincidence, from the first of the year to Elvis's death date, August 16th, the main number is 593, but on a leap year it's 594. But the main one, the middle connection is the 593. Okay? And 593 is what I was just showing you, the last few cards, right? With the 593 and all that stuff. And that's from the first of the year to Elvis's death date. And look at the amount. Look at the percentage. 162. June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. 247 connects to the 247th day is 9/4. And look, 84 weeks, 5 days. Trump's gonna get his head wound on 8/4, 8/5. And 8 months, 4 days into the year is 9/4. 8 months, 5 days into the year is 9/5. Same thing. And Trump's gonna get his head wound on 8/4, 8/5 because it's a leap year. August 4th, he's gonna get his head wound. You see? Now, I was just showing you that Elvis died on 8/16. 8/16, and Elvis is 89 this year. It equals 905. Elvis is born on 8/16 plus 89 is age this year, makes 905. See? Just everything is just sheer coincidence, you know what I mean? I don't know if this is a big deal, but 322nd day of the year, the skull and bones number is 1118. From Elvis' birthday to 1118 is 94, 95 days. And from 514 to 816 is 94, 95 days. And the 514 connects to Trump because Trump's birthday is 614, which is 5 months, 14 days into the year. The word June equals 5014, 5014, 514 again right there. So there's connections, you know what I mean, to this, but it's not that big of a deal, this one. Okay, let's move on. From my birthday to 614, Trump's birthday is 9 months, 11 days. Okay. And look at the weeks and days. 40 weeks, 4 days, or 40 weeks, 5 days. So it would be 9 months, 10 days, or 9 months, 11 days. But anyway, so it's the 9/11 connection from from my birthday to Trump's birthday. And remember, we're talking about the 95 from Elvis's death date with the 95, 8/16 Elvis died, add 95, you get 9/11. Now, come on, man. Have you had enough yet? Give me a break, man. I mean, you can't even make this stuff up, man. Now, before I show you the next thing, because I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Can I ask you guys a question? Who thinks I should leave this video up? Is there anyone, for the people who've been up, who watched the whole video, should I leave this video up? Is it worth leaving up? That's what I need to know. I'm talking about for the people who've actually watched it. All right. One person. Yep. Like usual. Nobody says nothing. Okay, thanks. At least someone's. Yeah, all right. I appreciate it. You guys are always late because you might be like a minute behind or something. All right. I'm gonna keep going here, but before I keep going, let me just tell you this, okay? Check this out. So you know that I was telling you about Elvis dying on 8/16. Listen to this. 8/16. Its backwards date is 5/17, and I've got I've told you how the 5/17 connects to JFK and because the 5/17 17/5, right? Because Trump, between JFK and Trump is 17 years 5 months. Between MLK's birth and between MLK's birth and Trump's birth is 17 years 5 months. Between Trump's birth and JFK's death is 17 years 5 months. Okay, so it's 17/5, 5/17, right? And the 84th prime is 433. You add the 84 to the 433, you get 5/17. So 5/17 is very important. 5/17 is the backwards date of August 16th, right? From JFK's death date to 8/16, the day Elvis died, 8/16/77, to the exact date JFK had died, 11/22/1963, is 5,017 days. You see that? 5,017 days, the 5/17 again. And what is Elvis's death date backwards? Its reverse date is 5/17, because 8/16 is the 228th day of the year, and which leaves 137 days in the year. The 137th day of the year is 5/17. Now, on a regular year, not a leap year. And why am I bringing this up, the 5/17? Because it just so happens, remember, Elvis's death date, its backwards date is 5/17. If you add 5/17 plus 94, you get 6/11. 517 plus 95, you get 612. And I told you 611 on a leap year lands on the 612. And the 94 lands on the 95 on a leap year. Do you understand? All right? This is no joke, man. I know you're not understanding all this, because I told you the 816's backwards date is 517. You know, this is no joke, man. All right? Anyway, I know it sounds like so crazy. Like, how is this even possible? Like, it's not possible. That's my point. This is scripted from the day this. First of all, they've been planning this for millennium, oh, 2 millenniums, but they can only get it done now because they obviously were waiting for something, and this something is now. It had to be at this moment in time. All the numbers had to be precise. Yeah, I'm going to be talking about the Triple Crown very soon. Right before it comes up, this year's Triple Crown. Of course it's got to have connections. there has to be, because this is it. Anyway, so this is the last thing I'm going to show here, folks. Now listen. Remember, we're talking about the 95, and remember, Elvis's name equals 67, right? And his twin Jesse, spelled with an I, equaled 67. And I told you between Elvis's birthday and 9/11 was 67.67%, and the Twin Towers fell, right? Because the twin died, Elvis's twin. All right, and so Elvis equals 67. 67 is the first number that equals 162. 162nd day of the year, June 11th. On a regular year, leap year is 162, 163. But anyway, so 67 is Elvis, and we're looking for the 9495 connections, right? And I already talked about the 94 Oscars connections, which had to do. Now I can't remember now, but I've shown the 94, the 94 Oscar one, in 1994. I'm saying the 1994 Oscars and the 19. Yeah, I think it was. Anyway, for the movies that look, let me explain this. So Elvis, his name equals 67. Okay, now the 67th Oscars was in 1995. So remember, Elvis equals 67. The 67 Oscars was in 1995. There's your 95 connection, but it was for the movies for 1994. Get it? All the movies that were in the 94 year, it gets nominated for the 95 Oscars. Get it? Anyway, so what won Best Picture? Forrest Gump. Best Actor, Tom Hanks. And in that stupid, and that this whole Seattle Corona, the Crown 19 connection. I told you it's all about Elvis and Lucifer getting his crown back. I mean, Satan getting his crown to become Lucifer. And he needed the 19 crown, and Tom Hanks was the first one to get the crown 19, the first famous person. And what was he doing? Filming the Elvis movie. You see what I'm saying? And Seattle was the first place that got the sickness in America, the 19 crown sickness. And first death was in King County. First outbreak was in King County. And Tom Hanks was the first one to get it, right? And the first person to take the clinical trials for the miracle cure was from Seattle. Or the person's name was Jennifer Haller. She was from Seattle. Not the first person to take the injection when it came out, the first person to take the clinical trials for it. The first person who took it was some black nurse, and she did it on 12/14, Washington's death date. The needle. Took the needle on 12/14, Washington's death date. Okay? So everything connects. All right? But Tom Hanks was filming the Elvis movie, and in the 1995, the 95 connection, the 67th Oscars, Elvis equals 67, remember? Forrest Gump. And in that movie, Forrest Gump teaches Elvis how to dance in that movie. I think Elvis was mentioned like twice, I think, in that movie. I'm not sure. But everything to do with Tom Hanks connects to Elvis, And Tom Hanks won Best Actor and Forrest Gump won Best Picture. And the movie was in 94. You get what I'm saying? But it won in 95. My goodness, I'm not feeling well. When did the movie Forrest Gump release?
In the United States of America, Forrest Gump came out on July 6, 1994.
And it won the 1995 Oscars, you know. Anyway, all right, so that's that, right? Now, that was the 67, the 67th Oscars in 95. Get it? Elvis equals 67, but the 95th, in 1995. So we're connecting to the 95 here. Now, the 95th Oscars was just last year. And who was in it? Who was in the 95th Oscars? Listen, who was nominated for Best Actor and Best Picture in the 95th Oscars? You piece of... Was Austin Butler nominated for Best Actor at the 95th Oscars?
According to Entertainment Weekly, Butler was nominated in the Best Actor category alongside Colin Farrell, Bill Nye, Paul Mescal, and Brendan Fraser, who ended up taking home the award.
When was the 95th Oscars? Yeah, so it was last year. Yeah. So the 95, and Elvis was nominated, the movie. And who played Elvis? It was nominated for Best Picture. Of course, it lost. I did a whole thing on that video. You could go watch it from a long time ago. Austin Butler, I call him Austin Butthead. He was up for Best Oscar and he lost too. Now listen, what makes this important, because it was the 95th Oscar, right? But he lost. He had to lose, okay, because they couldn't make it that obvious. So he had to lose. So Austin Butler, by the way, his name equals 162 forwards, 162 backwards. Austin Butler, just those two words, two names. Austin Butler equals 162 forward, 162 backwards, which is June 11th. Anyway, so on a regular year. Anyway, so and who beat Austin Butthead for Best Actor? Was Brandon Fraser. Okay, Brandon Fraser wins for The Whale. And what is The Whale? I told you that is the United States. Okay, the United States looks like a whale. If you look at I've shown that a long time ago. You know, if you look at the image of the United States on a map, it looks like a whale. I mean, a weird looking whale, but I've shown it years and years ago. But so he wins, right, Brandon Fraser? And what's important about Brandon Fraser? Because first, let me show you this. When was Elvis's comeback special?
December 3rd, 1968.
December 3rd, 1968. When was Brendan Fraser born?
Brendan Fraser was born on December 3rd, 1968.
So Elvis's comeback special, and you know, what is the whale? A whale is a beast out of the sea, because it's a huge thing. It's a beast out of the sea. So whale wins for best actor. The Brandon Fraser. Brandon Fraser's born on Elvis's comeback special day. He's born on Elvis's comeback special because Elvis is going to come back. Do you get it? And you know, Brendan Fraser, his wife, okay, is born 1 year before him. Is born in 67. And you know, Elvis's name equals 67 forward, 68 backwards. 67 forward, 68 backwards. So Elvis equals 67, 68. Now, so this guy is born on Elvis's comeback special day, 12/3/68, Brendan Fraser. You know when his wife is born? Who is Brendan Fraser's wife? It is Jeanne Moore. When is Brendan Fraser's wife born?
According to IMDb, Afton Smith was born on the 3rd of December 1967 in Northport,
So,
Long Island,
so this
New York,
creature,
USA. She is an actress known for George of the Jungle, Reality Bites, and Fried Green.
I don't know, are they still married? Who is Brendan Fraser's wife?
According to
Yeah.
Wikipedia, personal life.
Oh,
Shortly after arriving in Los
he's
Angeles,
divorced
Fraser
now.
met actress Afton Smith while attending a barbecue at Winona Ryder's house on July.
So I guess they're divorced. Who's Brendan Fraser's current wife? It says it's his wife. Maybe they're not divorced. I don't know. But anyway, that creature's born on 12/3, but in 67. So they're both born on the same day. You see how crazy that is? But 1 year apart. And that's Elvis's comeback special. And I told you Elvis equals 67, 68. They're in the year 67 to 68. They're born. You look, and it was on 12/3, right? The comeback special. Guess when the 95th Oscars was? When was the 95th Oscars?
March 12, 2023.
March
According
12th,
to Academy Press
which is
Office,
12/3.
the Academy of
Get
Motion
it?
Picture Arts and
They
Science.
say the date backwards in the UK. They say 12/3, but it was March 12, 3/12. Do you see that? I told you can't make this stuff up. It's there's more. I just can't remember now. There was another connection that I just can't remember. Anyway, so uh, what won Best Picture? Have you guys ever seen that video? I tell you guys to go look at the lyrics to this song called Mojo Nixon by Mojo Nixon. It's called Elvis is Everywhere by this person or band named Mojo Nixon. Um, and that guy just died this year too, Mojo Nixon. And he was like 66 or something like that, which is the twin number again. But he did a song called Elvis is Everywhere. Go look at the lyrics, the full lyrics, and you will see who Elvis is to these people. All right? No, you're talking about in 1995. You're talking about. I'm talking about the Oscars, the 95th Oscars this year. I mean the year Austin Butthead, the 95th Oscars. You're talking about the 1995 Oscars. I'm talking about the 95th Oscars. Was on 12/3, 3/12. Okay. So anyway, so what was I saying? Anyway, so Elvis is Everywhere. It's okay. I knew you made a mistake. Elvis is Everywhere is that song. Go look at the lyrics, the full lyrics to that Elvis is Everywhere by Mojo Nixon, and you'll see who Elvis is to these people. Anyway, so who won Best Picture at the 95th Oscars last year? It was a movie called Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. What I'm trying to say is they're trying to tell you something with that movie winning Best Picture, and it beat Elvis obviously. But what is that? What is this? Everything, everywhere, all at once. Well, I'm trying to tell you something is coming on June 11th in Washington State, and it's going to affect the whole world. You'll see. I mean, it's going to change the world. That's what I mean. All right. So that was that. All right. Now let's move on. One last thing. Do you know that there was a movie? Let's find out. Hold on. What was the first Austin Powers movie called?
Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery.
When was Austin Powers International Man of Mystery released?
In the United States of America.
Well, that's not it. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, so this, so that was not, so the first one, I don't remember where, let me tell you why. In the first one, I don't remember exactly where his headquarters was in the first one, but in the second one, which movie of Austin Powers had his headquarters in the Space Needle?
According to Space Needle, Evil commandeered the top house as his supervillain headquarters in Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me, and the political...
What in the hell? Man, this is the weirdest thing. Wait till you see this. So Austin Powers, look at the connection they made, which I wouldn't have remembered to mention it, but now that they said it. But remember, Austin Powers, who shagged me, was the spy who shagged me. All right. Um, it was a second one, I think. All right. And in that movie, he was in the Space Needle as his headquarters. Okay. And why am I showing that? Because look at what they put. See how they put the name. I'm going to show you why I'm sure. Because, I told you the word Space Needle equals the word fallen angel. So Dr. Evil's headquarters was in the Space Needle. And Evils is the word Elvis. You see? Elvis is the word Levi's, lives, evils. But the way they have it with the S, you get it? Evils is Elvis. And it was in the Space Needle. All right? And I told you Space Needle equals the word fallen angel. Exactly. Now, why am I bringing that up? Because that was in the second one. The second Austin Powers movie. And remember, Austin Butthead. Austin played Elvis. You understand? And in that movie, Austin Powers had a mini-me. A twin. Get it? Elvis had a twin. You see what I'm saying? A mini-me, right? And in that movie, he lost his mojo. You see, I was just talking about Mojo Nixon. Mojo. And Nixon's connected to Elvis, too. That was the only president Elvis visited. And he was the 37th president, the 37, get it? The EL. But that in that movie, the Austin Powers movie, he lost his mojo. And it was something in a needle. It was somehow in a needle or something. The mojo. Does anyone remember this movie? Because I don't remember anything about it. I just read it on the, like the plot of it. I just can't remember now. Does anyone know what I'm talking about or no? Yeah, anyway, so this Spy Who Shagged Me, Austin Powers, the second one. Look at the release date. Wikipedia, The Spy Who Shagged Me. Let's look at this. Look at this. Just to show it to you. Look. Now, if you ask Google, they'll give you a different date, but the Wikipedia. So this is it right here. This Austin Powers, the Spy Who Shagged Me. Look. Look at the release date. Look at that. June 11th. Are you looking at that? And how many minutes was it? Look at that. 95. You see? June 11th, 95 minutes. And that was the Dr. Evil's headquarters. Evil's is Elvis, get it? I know it's saying Dr. Evil. I get it. But Dr. Evil's headquarters. It's the added S. It's the evil S, you know what I mean? And S is the 19th letter, the 19 crown. Evil needs his 19 crown, man. Don't you understand what I'm saying? You understand, all right? Anyway, so Dr. Evil's headquarters was in that movie. It was released on June 11th. But you ask Google, they'll tell you a different date. But it was 95 minutes, all right? Okay? And there was other connections in that movie too, but I'm not gonna. But this is the last one I'm gonna tell you. So the guy who made the movie, the director, or what? Who was the director of The Spy Who Shagged Me?
According to Wikipedia, Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me is a 1999 American spy comedy film directed by Jay Roach.
Jay Roach. Okay? When was Jay Roach born?
He was born on June 14, 1957.
When was Trump born?
Donald Trump was born on June 14, 1956.
You see that? He's born on Trump's birthday. And Trump is Elvis's replacement twin of his identical twin that died at birth. I told you Trump was needed to fulfill this monstrous charade that's about to take place before your eyes, folks. This is, like I said, no joke. But unfortunately, people are not going to listen. And it's going to take place before our eyes. And we're all going to be shocked. And there's nothing we can do. We're just going to sit and watch. There's nothing I can do, folks. Even these supposed gematria channels, are not even warning the people. These are, and isn't that one gematria dude that everybody knows, which I don't watch, by the way? I never watch his show, and he used to come to my show telling me to watch his show, and I told him to go shove it. And I'll tell you why, is because he was bashing Christians and he was bashing Jesus, and that's why I told him to go, because that's what I heard. And then people sent me a link to when he was saying that, and that's why I never watch his, and that's why I didn't get caught up in all this weird, the way they do gematria. I do gematria completely different than them. All right. But they have some of the same techniques as me, but I'm saying mine is something that they never did, but some of them are starting to do it now, who's caught on. But that dude, I believe he lives in Seattle, that particular pigeon. For the people who don't know what I'm talking about, who cares? But the point I'm trying to make is nobody is warning the people. I'm doing all I can do, folks. I have no capability of doing more than what I do. All right. I wish I could do more to warn people. Yeah, I don't even want to say his name. Somebody in the chat put that pigeon's name. You know the pigeon who's the main gematria dude that people know. Who's been around. Yeah. Yeah, that dude. After the fact. Yeah, after the fact, dude. Yeah. That's funny. That should be his name, yeah. Anyway, I've been trying. What I'm saying is, I've been telling the people, you guys got to tell these people. Who cares if they ban you from the channel? Why would you want to be on somebody's channel that bans you for just saying my name or warning them? Nobody's taking it seriously, folks. This is no joke. Anyway, I'm ending the video. I've been on for 2 hours now. All right, I'll leave this video up. I don't know what to do. If I knew, I would do it. I don't know what else I can do. How do you warn the people? How do you explain to them that something horrific is going to happen there in the state of Washington? How do you tell people? I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I believe that whatever this event is going to be, you would think that if it's something that's going to change the world, it would have to be a nuke. And when I say nuke, I don't believe in nukes, but they already planted all these explosives everywhere, and it's probably going to be, they're going to, do it. You know what I mean? Ignite it, if you know what I'm saying. And on June 11th, and probably it's going to trigger something even bigger. Like, what if it triggers an earthquake or a volcano or a tsunami? What I'm saying is, it's going to change the world. And I don't know, could it be a fake alien invasion? Sure. We hope that that's all it is. But I don't think so. I think this is a real death ritual where actual people are going to die, folks. This is no joke, man. This one is going to be real, folks. All right. And that's why I'm saying to you guys, get out of Washington State, man. That's all I can do, I can tell you. Anyway, that's June 11th. Get out of Washington State before June 11th, especially all of the west side and the northwest side. Um, uh, and my other prediction is Trump gets his head wound on August 4th in Ohio. All right, but we can focus on that. You know, this is more because that is not going to hurt nobody. That event. And that's why I was always hoping that the August 4th event would happen first. That way people will listen and get out. But it's just not meant to be. It has to be this way, where the June 11th event happens first, then the August 4th event. Anyway, all right, folks. Last minute here. Oh, that's interesting about about some pastor from Ohio. That's interesting. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. I don't know what that's about. Someone's saying that the pigeons will be warned to get out. Yeah, isn't that amazing? Someone needs to do that. Go look if there's a swarm of pigeons leaving leaving the Seattle airport. If you see a swarm of pigeons, you know what I'm talking about. Check, you know what? Check the, where the pigeons gather. You know where the pigeons gather on certain day. Check if there are any pigeons left in those certain places. Where they gather. If you get what I'm saying. If they're not there the week before, get out as fast as you can. That should be the best indicator when you see no more pigeons running around. All right, that's it. I got to end the chat, folks. Anyway, God bless all of you. And I can't believe I made it through, but my throat is killing me. I'm not doing a live stream tonight, so I'll see you guys, tomorrow. I'll stay on another 5 minutes, but for the people who got in late, you got to watch from the beginning, all right? And just take your time, be patient. There's some really good info in here, okay? Anyway, just make sure you watch the whole video, because some parts are really, really good. Some parts just okay. Okay, I'll check it. If it's there, someone's saying something about a link. If it's there, I'll check it. Okay, yeah, I'll leave the video up. You can watch this. I'm gonna leave it up for. Some people are telling me to leave it up forever, but I'll leave. We'll see if it's if people. Oh, by the way, people, thumb up the video, man. Thumb up the video and comment under the comment section. All right. My goodness, man, why is it like pulling teeth with you people just to thumb up the videos, man? Yeah, I appreciate that, but why I don't understand, man. Thumb up the video. You're not helping me. You're helping the algorithms, man. Because you know that YouTube's not going to help me because I don't monetize my videos. And you guys know I don't take donations or anything. I am going to leave it up. But some people, I want to know how you can tell whether it's a good video or not is if people thumb up the video and comment. It's shameful, man. I've had the most incredible videos and nobody even thumbs up or nobody even comments. You guys just Lukewarm bums, man. It's sad, man. It's super sad, man. Yeah, I appreciate that, but it's still, if you really want to show appreciation, you would thumb up the video and comment under the comment sections, you know? It's sad. And like I said, you're not helping me, you're helping the algorithms. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Just please thumb up the video and because we're trying to help people see these videos. And if we can wake up one person a day, we're doing good, you know? If we just can wake up one person a day or one person an hour and then maybe one person a minute, you know? Anyway, God bless all of you. Yeah, I appreciate it. Anyway, thank you. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm not doing a live stream today. I'm not doing another one. All right. Thank you. And by the way, even when I'm yelling at you guys, I still appreciate you guys, and it has nothing to do with. I mean, you know what I mean. This is just me trying to, you know, put a fire under your butts. You know, try to get you guys to be not so lukewarm. You know, because we need to help as many people as we can, man. This is no joke, man. All right. All right, God bless all of you. Yes, yes, exactly. If something big happens, then yes, I will do another live stream. But no, most likely I'm not going to be doing another live stream. But anyway, I'll see you guys probably tomorrow before noon. Anyway, God bless all of you. Jesus is God. End of video. What the heck? I'm trying to delete the video. Won't let me delete. Hold on. All right. End of video.